Welcome to Empath Inspiration, where you are honored for your ability to feel so much, so deeply. Each week, you will learn practical information, tools, and insights that empower empaths to live healthy, productive lives. Here's your host, author, intuitive, natural health and holistic nutrition consultant, and the developer of the Foundations Healing System, a revolutionary self-healing method designed specifically for empaths, Dr. Janice Carlin.
Welcome to Empath Inspiration, episode number 4. I am really excited to be sharing some empowering information with you today. If you're just joining me, I do recommend that you listen to the first 3 episodes because they have a lot of important background information to everything else I'll be talking about today and in the future. So today I'm just feeling really passionate about empowering empaths, because I've been doing a lot of intuitive work through personal sessions with people lately, and I just feel so inspired to get these messages out to more people. I'm hearing from empaths all over the world who are and have been experiencing for years depression, anxiety, chronic fatigue, chronic pain, adrenal exhaustion, digestive issues, weight problems, and the overall inability to function to the highest degree that they know is possible for them. They've seen doctors and healers, and their issues have not resolved and have even worsened over time. But I'm telling you now that you can resolve so much of these things for yourself when you have the correct information and tools to do it. So this is why I'm just feeling really excited today to share this information. So what I'm going to focus on today revolves around 2 important reminders. Number 1, there's nothing wrong with you because you feel so much and you feel it so deeply. And number 2, you have to let go of what isn't yours in order to stay healthy and feel vibrant. Now, I've touched on these topics in previous episodes, but some things need repeating, and today I'm going to go even deeper into them. Now, the first one involves a belief that can either empower you or completely hold you back in creating a healthy, vibrant life. If you believe that there's anything wrong with you because you don't feel good, you're going to manifest health issues. You really are. And there's a reason why this isn't just New Age manifestation talk, okay? If you feel something that doesn't feel good and you take responsibility for and ownership of the source of it, you're going to experience it as a reality within you. Emotional or physical pain and discomfort that come from out of the blue do not need to take over your life. But when you feel them and you don't immediately clear them away, they'll stick within you and you'll hurt. And the longer you hold on to them, the more affected your body will be. So you can see how some people, and surely some of you listening today, have been experiencing these issues for yourself for 10, 15, 20 years ongoing. So let me explain more about this. And let me tell you how in the world do I know about this? How do I know this is true? Because I've been there. And plus, I just see it over and over again with people I work with. Now, back when I was struggling, I wanted to help myself. So I had to learn about how energy affects empathic people. And when I couldn't find the answers that were helpful enough, I channeled them myself. And then you know what happened to me? I got better. I stopped being sick and anxious and depressed. I stopped living with daily suffering and pain. And that's why I'm telling you that you can do this too. And here's something I want for you to hear loud and clear. You were not designed, and it's not intended in any spiritual way, for you to hold on to low vibrational energies from other people, animals, and this planet. This is not what is intended. It's not your purpose for being here. Are you supposed to be of service by clearing away the energies when you feel them? Yes. But you are never supposed to be holding on to them or absorbing them into yourself in any way. You aren't. I'm saying this over and over because I know that there are people who believe the opposite of this. There are people who are telling their clients the opposite of this. But this is a limiting, negative belief, just like the one that tells you that there's something wrong with you for feeling them in the first place. You have to allow yourself to let these beliefs go if you're going to move forward. You have to hand them over to Spirit and allow for them to be cleared away in the way of the highest good. You simply can't hold on to these beliefs within yourself and step fully into living with thriving health. When you have these beliefs and you feel something that doesn't feel good to you on any level, you're going to make a different decision than if you don't have these beliefs. Okay? For example, with these limiting beliefs, when you feel pain or depression or anxiety or something that doesn't feel good, you may decide to go to the medicine cabinet and take something, or make a harmful choice and drink alcohol or take drugs. Or you may start to wonder, okay, what's wrong with me now? Is it this or that disease or condition? And you can start searching on the internet to find a name for all the symptoms you're experiencing. Or you may just curl up in bed and cry all day, which is not productive. In every moment that you put your energy toward doing things like this, you're ignoring the truth about the source of the pain. And when you do that, you can't resolve it. Plus, the energies have now been given permission by you to remain within you, to continue to affect you in various ways. You see how it all connects? Now, if on the other hand, you replace that belief of there's something wrong with me with I'm an empath and I feel energy multidimensionally, and anything that feels bad to me is not mine, you have empowered yourself to be free from those energies. You've set up your boundaries to be strong so that even if you feel low vibrations within you, they will not penetrate through your energy field and harm your body. They can only come in if you allow them to. And when you believe that there's something wrong with you at all, you have given them permission to manifest something wrong inside of you. But it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to live like this. You can clear those energies away from you so that they cannot harm you. And once they stay within you, the results are going to show up in different ways for different people because we're all unique vibrations. There are just no limits to how they will manifest for you. If you're an empath, taking a pill to stop your pain is not going to resolve the issue and will only add fuel to the fire. If the pain stops in one way that it's showing up, it'll just move into another manifestation of imbalance within you unless you absolutely get it out of your system for good. If you've been living without awareness of what I'm talking about for a long time, please just know that it's going to take diligence on your part to clear all of those low vibrations out of yourself so that your body can heal from the damage it experienced from them, taking up residence inside of it. It will take lifestyle changes and learning how to work with energy to care for yourself. You'll have to detoxify yourself from these harmful energies, but nothing is going to completely resolve and move forward for you unless you release that low vibrational belief that's at the root of all this. I'm going to remind you again now that there is nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with you because you feel. You are not damaged and you do not deserve to suffer. Again, these are just low vibrational beliefs. You have to release them and replace them with empowering beliefs that will lead you toward feeling great and being happy in your life. In my book, Empathic Sensitivity, I include techniques for clearing and replacing your beliefs at the end of the chapter about tools. Now, these are channeled techniques that I first was given when I was writing my fully channeled book called Be Free. They're powerful and they work, and you can do it yourself. You don't need someone to do it for you. But the beliefs have got to be cleared out of you and replaced so that you can move forward. You'll have to do this more than once to attend to all of the limiting beliefs that you've built up over time within you. So I do recommend having the book so you can have all the instructions. Now, I really hesitate to facilitate group clearing when empaths are involved. I was going to talk you through the instructions here, but the reason I decided not to is because people can feel the vibrations that others are releasing. So I want to honor you and not even take you through the process here. And this is why I've written the belief transmutation and clearing techniques in 3 of my books so that they're available for people to use for themselves without directly exposing anyone else to them through the process. Okay? With that said, let's get into that second point I mentioned. You have to let go of what isn't yours. And I talked about this a lot in the last episode and gave you some techniques to use for clearing. But here's the reminder again. If it doesn't feel good, it isn't yours. It's not coming from inside of you unless you've purposefully brought something of low vibration into your space. So, for example, if you ate or drank something that's chemical laden or has sugar, or you drank alcohol or smoked or took non-necessary medications, or you put chemicals onto your body like cosmetics or body cleaning products, then it absolutely could be your body reacting and trying to detoxify those toxins from it. Absolutely. And this is what I mean when I talk about the importance of maintaining your boundaries. You have to have enough, well, let's say it this way, you have enough energies to deal with from the outside world. So make sure that you don't purposefully bring low vibrational ones to you in what you're eating and exposing yourself to. You have to purify your diet and align your lifestyle choices to ones that are the most honoring of yourself as a sensitive person. This is simply the foundation for anyone to live a healthy life. But on top of that, empaths have to go deeper and apply working with energy in more ways. It's sad for me when I've heard empaths who've given up on caring for their bodies because they say, I've tried the diets, and I've tried taking supplements, and they didn't help, so I stopped. And my answer to that is no. These are the foundation for you. You have to keep them in place and then work with the rest of the 95% of energy that you can't see. When you put it all together, then you'll see it feeling and working. That's just how it works. You know, another thing that is just emotionally difficult is I've heard from empaths who have maintained their physical boundaries and they eat a very clean, nutritionally balanced diet. And for me, this is a personal frustration because, of course, I do this for myself. So what about when you're doing everything that you know is right in your diet and lifestyle and you still feel awful and you have moments of feeling awful? Well, this is when you have to use your energetic tools to care for yourself. Because remember, again, you are on planet Earth and you are going to feel the energies here because you are an empath. You have to implement energy clearing and healing techniques into your life so that you have less toxic, low vibrational energy to deal with and process on a daily basis. Emotionally, when you feel that sense of frustration, you just have to step into awareness and not get swept away by having a pity party for yourself. And I can say this with compassion because I have to do it every day myself. So I want to share with you an example. And it happened just this morning to me. And I'm grateful that it happened because now I can share it with you and it can be helpful. So I woke up. I was feeling good. I'd slept well and I did all of my energy techniques before I got out of bed. I was grounded. I felt good. The house was clear. The dogs were clear. It's part of what I do every day before I get up. And I felt clear. So it was all good. I saw that it was a nice, sunny, warm morning, and I stepped outside to let my dogs out in the backyard. Immediately, I was hit with nausea, pain in my head, and some emotional feelings that made me want to start crying. It was overwhelming. It was a really awful feeling. So I stepped back inside of the house, and I felt better. It wasn't 100%, but I noticed the difference. It was significant. So I hurried the dogs back inside and looked at my son, who was eating his breakfast, and I said, there's something really awful out there. And he said, let me see, Mom. Now, my son is an empath. He stuck his head outside and moaned and quickly shut the door. Now, there have been many times when he's done this and has said, I can't go outside today. It's always been hard for me to believe, but now I was really feeling it myself, and I really understand now. So here's what I did. So remember, those empathic feelings are messages. So I sat down and I asked for spiritual assistance for myself because I wasn't interested in throwing up, because I really thought I was going to, or having a headache all day. And I'll share with you how I ask for this assistance, because I do it all the time. And it's very helpful, extremely helpful. So what I do is I get really present and grounded, and then I say, I ask for assistance from the highest source from within the light for myself and my highest good for thriving and being grounded. Thank you. And then I just allow the help to do its work, okay? Now, while this was happening, because that was just help for myself, it wasn't taking care of that whatever was so yucky out there, right? So I called forth, and I always go for a large number to really make it work as quickly as possible and as powerfully as possible. I call forth billions of non-incarnated angels to clear those low vibrations away to where they belong in the highest good. Okay? So, with this, all of those yucky, icky, bad sensations lifted away, and I felt perfectly fine within a few minutes. Now, I could have responded a different way. I could have actually thrown up, because I really could have. It was very close to happening. I could have taken medication for the headache. I could have given myself a lot of negative self-talk about being sad and depressed because there's something wrong with me and I just get sad and want to cry all the time randomly. And I could have ended all this by going right back to bed, since it is Sunday, and throwing up my hands and saying, great, it's just going to be a horrible day. And just giving up. So in this scenario, who's the winner? Who prevails? It's certainly not me. I was given a message to facilitate clearing negative energy. Instead of doing that, I decided there was something wrong with me, and I took it all in, and I let it take root within myself. And now it's real for me. If there's anything I want for you to walk away with today, it's this. Nothing harmful has permission to come into your space, and you have to work hard to keep it out because you can't see all of it. If it feels bad, not you. You're just receiving a message through your clairsentience. Take action, please. Take action. In my experience this morning, I did not own those awful feelings and sensations. I asked for spiritual help because I didn't know what they were, and it wasn't necessary for me to do healing for myself because I didn't need healing. I was fine. What I needed to do was get those harmful vibrations cleared away. And then I could feel grounded and balanced within myself again because I acted on the message. Okay? What you feel is the message. And there's nothing wrong with you for feeling it. You have to honor yourself for that. You, a bright, shining light on this earth, are not flawed. When you accept that and believe it, you can change your life. You can stop living in a state of constant depression, anxiety, fatigue, and pain. Please hear this, okay? And the tools are available for you. I know I'm not going really deeply into the hows of energy clearing. I'll talk more about it in other shows, but again, I'm trying not to expose any sensitive people who are listening to any energies that someone else who's listening may start clearing, okay? So that's why I'm just being really conscious about what I say and how I say it. Give you the information. Got the tools in the book. I've got tools in so many of my books. It's all available for you. You're not alone, and you're completely supported in your life in this world. You are supported. You just have to know what's going on and how to work with that energy to get it away from you quickly and keep it away. All right. It was such an honor to share this information with you today. You know, when you know about it and you use the tools, you can completely change your experience of being alive from just suffering and struggling to actually thriving. It really can. People do it all the time. I've done it. My son's done it. You can do it. You can find my books with so many empowering tools online on my website at empoweredthriving.com. And please send in your questions to me about the empathic experience, anything that you want to know. And I'll see what I can answer on air to help other people and to bring information to as many people as we can. We have to work together to help each other in this life. You can send me to Janice, Janice, at empoweredthriving.com. Until next time, please stay empowered and honor yourself.
Thank you for listening today. Please join us next week as Janice answers listener questions and provides more inspiration and practical applications for you to live a healthy, productive life as an empath.